Episode 19. Scott Gillis, welcome here. You are one of the coaches here at the Optimum Performance Training. Could you give us what is your education and coaching background?
Sure. Yeah. So my education, I have a kinesiology degree from the University of St. FX in Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada. I actually graduated in the same class as Michael, so I knew Michael in university. That was back in, so I would have graduated in May of 2008. And then through my studies, I guess in my last year of school, I started, I became certified to be a trainer, and I started training students at the university a little bit. So that was the beginning of my training journey to this point. From there, once we graduated, unlike Mike, who moved out to Calgary, Alberta, right away, I came out at the end of that summer. Worked in a wellness center, just working with general population clientele for the first year I was out here, and then had an opportunity through a girl I had met out here to work at a high performance center training athletes. And so the company I worked for specialized in training hockey players, but we were located at a sports school, so there were multiple sports at that school, so soccer, dance, figure skating, were all really big programs there. There's a little bit of rugby, and so I got to train some of those athletes as well. I was in charge of the soccer program and the figure skating program on top of a couple of hockey teams I worked with. So that was kind of my first exposure to training athletes, and so I worked at that with that company for about 3 years, and then left that company in, I think it was 2012, if my memory serves me right. And then I joined another company a few months later after doing a little bit of traveling with my now wife, and that was strictly hockey players. So we specialized strictly in hockey players. There was a few general population clientele that came through the doors, but basically just friends of the business. So majority, I would say probably 90 to 95% of my clientele were hockey players. And they ranged from anywhere from kids that were 12 to 13 years old to junior hockey players, kids playing college, and then pro guys, either whether it was North American pro guys or European pro guys. And then I was there for about 2 years, and then I saw Mike was hiring here, and I just thought it'd be nice to have a change. It was kind of time for a change, and so I replied to his ad, and I met with him shortly after that, and we stayed connected, you know, in that 5-year span or 6-year span, whatever it was, after university, every now and again. And yeah, so he thought I'd be a good fit and hired me. So I've been here, I guess, effectively as of May 1st of this year. And that's kind of my background and how I got here to Optimum Performance Training.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I've seen you coaching a lot of hockey players over here.
Yep.
From young hockey players even to KHL hockey players.
Yep.
So it's obvious that one of your most clientele are hockey players or sports performers, athletes. Is it like that? Like, what kind of clientele and clients do you like to work with the most?
Okay. Yeah, I get asked that question a lot, actually, because over my years, you know, even when I was working at the sports school and working at my job prior to this one, I still worked with some general population clientele. And so I actually, they would ask me, oh, you must really enjoy working with athletes. And it's really fun. I really enjoy that aspect of this job. But I really like working with general population clientele is refreshing as well, because they tend to be, I mean, I don't want to say that they take it less serious, because they don't, but they tend to be more laid back, and it's very casual. There are timelines, but there aren't as short, for example. So like if you're trying to prepare a hockey player in the off season for their upcoming season, so at most you have 4 months, most likely 2 or 3 months. So you're looking at 8 to 12 weeks to try and get as much work done as possible. So it makes it a little bit more challenging, which is fun. With general population, it tends to be more of a long-term plan. So you can tend to do a bit more stuff, more variety, I guess, over that period of time. So that's fun, and it's fun kind of like just shooting the breeze with those people because they're just, whether they're housewives or whether they're a working guy downtown or whatever it is, everyone's different. You get different personalities there. With the hockey players, you obviously get different personalities there as well, working with a wide range of athlete, where they are in their career, whether they're a young kid or a professional who's made it and they're trying to stay relevant in their respective league. That's fun as well. And what I like specifically about training hockey players or athletes in general is, just that wide variety that you get in age, and each one has its challenges. But I really enjoy working with kids kind of in that mid-range that we're kind of nearing the end of their, like, what we would call here minor hockey days, when we're talking specifically about hockey players, and they're looking to make that next step to play junior hockey or college hockey. And so they really need to step up their training program and become stronger, more athletic, and just stay away or avoid getting injured. And I find you can really make an impact with those kids. So the kids that are like 16, 17, you can really kind of see the work that or see how your work, like your programming and their work, has paid off and paid dividends when they do make that team, which is really cool to see. And I find with kids that age, you get very appreciative and very loyal clientele if you develop and deliver a good product. So they're really fun as well.
Nice. What do you think are the most important aspects of your coaching philosophy or coaching guidance?
Okay. So when I started working with athletes, I was working with a company, and our whole philosophy, and I still really believe in it, and I still I've kind of pulled things from that company that I worked with. Our whole philosophy was movement efficiency, and more specifically stability, lumbar-pelvic stability we call it, but we'll just say for general terms movement efficiency. So our approach was very movement focused, where, like for Mike, for example, with a lot of his clientele, and granted most of them are fitness competitors or people competing in sport fitness, it's very energy system based. Not that movement efficiency isn't important, but I would say, and if you ask Mike, he would say he's probably more well versed in the energy system development and programming for that. Whereas my background and what I'm really passionate about and what I feel I do best as a coach is coaching movement efficiency. So taking a young athlete or an athlete who's been training for 8 years or whatever, and teaching them how to move more efficiently and get into better positions so that they're stronger in those positions, and hopefully that carries over to their play, whether it's soccer, whether it's hockey, whatever it is. And then kind of showing them a different approach that they probably haven't seen before. A lot of people will kind of come in and lift weights and try and get as strong as they can, but they may not be as efficient as possible. And I feel like I do, or that's what I try and focus on and try and make people more conscious of. So we may, scale it back a little bit from what they're used to, and at first they may kind of be taken back by it, but once they kind of see the impact of moving well, then that can really impact strength, that can really impact longevity in their sport, and that's kind of the whole point of keeping someone relevant in their sport for as long as possible.
So it means like creating great strong base. And this strong base has a really great correlations to other more intense activities in their game.
And it makes them more, I find it makes them more athletic as well. And I just find someone who tends to be more athletic is less likely to get hurt than someone who's maybe strong but not as athletic. If that makes sense.
Well, perfect. What is the best way for future clients how to contact you?
Perfect. website, Optimum Performance Training at OptimumPerformanceCalgary.com.
Yep.
Bio's on there. Contact information's all on that website.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on Twitter. ScottyGill4 is my